Have you ever felt unsure if the love you're receiving is real, or wondered if someone truly values you, or if it's just words? Today, I'm going to reveal 7 unmistakable signs that a woman genuinely values you. And trust me, once you recognize them, your life and relationships will never be the same. In today's world, it's easy for people to say what they feel, but actions are where the real truth lies. Words can be empty, rehearsed, or spoken just to make someone feel good in the moment. But actions carry weight. They leave a lasting impression. When a woman truly values you, her actions consistently align with her words. She doesn't just tell you that she cares, she demonstrates it in ways that can't be ignored. Whether it's the effort she puts into making time for you despite a busy schedule, the way she remembers small details about your life, or the thoughtfulness she shows in everyday interactions, these actions speak louder than any declaration of affection. There's a profound difference between saying I love you and showing it through gestures that make you feel seen, appreciated, and understood. For example, she may notice when you're struggling before you even say anything, and she acts instinctively to comfort you, offer support, or create solutions. These are actions that reveal a level of attentiveness and care that cannot simply be faked or forced. They are born out of genuine regard for your happiness and well-being. Actions also reflect consistency. Words can come and go, often influenced by mood, convenience, or circumstance, but actions provide a measurable pattern over time. If a woman truly values you, you will notice a consistent thread of behavior that reinforces her feelings. It might be in the small things, like sending a simple message to check on you during a hectic day, or making sacrifices for your comfort without expecting anything in return. Or it might be in bigger gestures, like supporting a major life decision, standing up for you in challenging situations, or putting effort into resolving conflicts rather than avoiding them. These actions are concrete evidence that she values you, your presence, and your connection above superficial concerns. The beauty of actions is that they can't be misunderstood if observed carefully. They carry a clarity that words alone often lack. Another critical aspect is that actions build trust. Trust is fragile, and it is not formed by promises alone. It grows when someone demonstrates reliability and integrity through their behavior. When a woman values you, she follows through on her commitments, shows up when she says she will, and communicates honestly and respectfully. Even in subtle moments, such as listening attentively when you speak, remembering the things that matter to you, or making thoughtful choices with your feelings in mind, these actions accumulate over time to create a foundation of trust and security. This is why relationships based on actions rather than empty words tend to thrive. They create an environment where both people feel genuinely valued, understood, and supported. Actions reveal priorities, intentions, and sincerity in a way that words alone cannot, and they allow you to experience firsthand the depth of her care and commitment. When you pay attention to these actions, patterns emerge that leave little doubt about her true feelings. It could be in the way she celebrates your successes, encourages your growth, or even just the effort she makes to be present in the small, seemingly insignificant moments that make life meaningful. Actions are not always grand or dramatic. Often they are quiet, patient, and consistent. They are the subtle ways she proves that your happiness matters to her, that your presence in her life is valued, and that your relationship is a priority. The weight of these actions carries far more meaning than any verbal affirmation ever could, because they are tangible, demonstrable, and enduring. One of the clearest indicators that a woman truly values you is the way she prioritizes her time for you. In a world where everyone seems to be busy chasing responsibilities, ambitions, and distractions, time has become the most precious currency a person can offer. When someone chooses to spend their time with you willingly, without hesitation or complaint, it reflects a depth of care that goes far beyond words. It is one thing to say, "I care about you," but it is entirely another to restructure a busy schedule, make sacrifices, and intentionally carve out moments just to be present in your life. This is not about grand gestures or dramatic displays. It is about consistency, attentiveness, and presence in the day-to-day rhythm of life. From casual conversations over coffee to sharing quiet moments together, every second she dedicates to you communicates an unspoken message. You matter to her, and your connection is a priority. Alongside time, attention is equally crucial. Attention is more than just being physically present. It is being mentally and emotionally available. A woman who values you doesn't just occupy the same space as you. She engages with you fully. She notices your mood, your expressions, the subtle changes in your tone, and even the unspoken signals that reveal what you're feeling. When you speak, she listens with intention, not merely waiting for her turn to respond. She remembers the details of your stories, recalls the things you said in passing, and integrates that understanding into her interactions with you. For instance, if you mention a challenge at work or a dream you're nurturing, she follows up, offering encouragement, support, or just a listening ear. This level of attention shows a profound respect for who you are as a person and demonstrates that your thoughts, feelings, and experiences are significant to her. Active listening goes hand in hand with attention, but it requires deliberate effort. It is the kind of listening where distractions are set aside, phones are put down, and the focus is entirely on the person speaking. A woman who truly values you engages in active listening consistently. She asks questions that show genuine curiosity, reflects on what you share, and responds in ways that demonstrate understanding rather than judgment or indifference. Active listening is more than polite nods or occasional eye contact. It is an ongoing, intentional practice of connecting with you on a deeper level. Through this, she communicates that your thoughts are valid, your feelings are important, and your presence is treasured. In essence, listening actively transforms ordinary conversations into moments of intimacy and trust, laying the foundation for a meaningful, lasting connection. Furthermore, the combination of time, attention, and listening signals respect for your individuality. When a woman gives you her undivided focus, she is acknowledging that you are not just another person in her life. You are someone whose presence enhances her own experience. She values your opinions, your dreams, and even your struggles. And she demonstrates that value through thoughtful engagement. The effort to consistently be present, to observe, and to respond with empathy communicates volumes about her intentions and her heart. It is this persistent, genuine dedication that separates fleeting infatuation from meaningful, authentic care. In today's fast-paced society, the ability to give someone quality time and undivided attention is rare, making it one of the most telling signs of genuine appreciation. When these gestures are consistent, not occasional, they build a sense of safety, trust, and reassurance. They let you know without a shadow of doubt that you are important, that your relationship matters, and that the bond you share is built on sincerity and respect. The way she manages her time, focuses her attention, and listens actively becomes a mirror reflecting her true feelings, her priorities, and her unwavering commitment to you. One of the most powerful ways a woman shows that she truly values you is through her unwavering support for your growth, both personally and professionally. True value is not just about being there in moments of comfort or celebration. It is about standing by your side when it matters most, encouraging you to become the best version of yourself and celebrating every step of progress along the way. When a woman genuinely cares, She invests in your dreams and ambitions, not out of obligation, but out of love and belief in your potential. She understands that your growth is not a threat to the relationship. Instead, it enhances the bond between you, creating a dynamic where both people are inspired to achieve more while remaining connected and grounded. Support in personal growth manifests in many subtle yet profound ways. She listens to your goals, challenges, and aspirations with genuine interest and without judgment. She asks questions that make you reflect on your choices, nudges you to step out of your comfort zone, and celebrates even the smallest victories as if they were her own. When she encourages you to pursue a new hobby, further your education, or develop new skills, it's not because she wants to change you, but because she sees the value in helping you evolve into the person you are capable of becoming. This kind of support requires patience, empathy, and sometimes sacrifice, because growth is rarely easy or linear. A woman who truly values you understands this and willingly invests her time, energy, and emotional support to ensure that your journey toward personal development is met with encouragement rather than resistance. Professional growth is equally important. A woman who values you will take an active interest in your career and ambitions, not only by celebrating your successes, but also by providing moral support during setbacks and challenges. She recognizes the dedication, effort, and sometimes the risks involved in pursuing professional dreams, and she stands as a pillar of strength when the path gets difficult. Whether it's offering advice, helping you prepare for important decisions, or simply listening to your frustrations after a hard day, her support communicates a deep-seated belief in your abilities. She does not envy your progress or compare herself to your achievements. Instead, she becomes a cheerleader, genuinely excited to see you reach milestones and overcome obstacles. Supporting your growth also means she respects your individuality and your personal journey. She does not try to control your decisions or limit your potential, but instead encourages independence, self-reflection, and resilience. This respect for your personal space and autonomy is a subtle yet powerful sign of genuine value, because it shows that her love is not conditional. It is rooted in a desire to see you thrive, even when it requires patience and understanding. In every relationship, moments of growth, whether personal, emotional, or professional, are moments of vulnerability. A woman who values you does not shy away from these moments. She embraces them alongside you. She helps you navigate challenges with compassion, offers encouragement without criticism, and celebrates your progress without hesitation. This unwavering support builds trust, strengthens intimacy, and creates a foundation where both partners feel empowered to reach their full potential. Ultimately, the way she champions your growth demonstrates more than affection. It demonstrates belief, loyalty, and an investment in your future together. By prioritizing your development and offering consistent encouragement, she shows that she values not just who you are now, but who you are becoming. Her actions communicate a profound truth. She is not merely in your life for the easy or enjoyable moments, but she is committed to walking beside you through challenges, victories, and all the changes that come with growth. One of the most telling signs that a woman truly values you is the way she respects your boundaries. Boundaries are more than rules or limitations. They are a reflection of who you are as a person, your values, your needs, your comfort zones, and your emotional and mental space. Respecting boundaries is not about simply following requests. It is about understanding, honoring, and valuing your individuality without judgment or resentment. A woman who genuinely cares about you recognizes that boundaries are essential to maintaining a healthy and balanced relationship. She does not see them as obstacles or inconveniences, but as opportunities to show her respect, empathy, and commitment. Respecting boundaries begins with listening and understanding. She pays attention to the ways you communicate your needs and acknowledges them without questioning your motives or feelings. Whether you need time alone to recharge, space to pursue personal goals, or limits on certain topics or interactions, she honors those boundaries consistently. This respect demonstrates that she values your autonomy and understands that a strong, lasting relationship is built on mutual consideration and trust rather than control or possession. She doesn't try to manipulate, guilt, or pressure you into crossing the limits you have set because she sees the act of honoring your boundaries as a form of love in itself. True respect for boundaries also involves anticipating needs before they are explicitly stated. A woman who values you will notice subtle signs of discomfort or overwhelm and respond thoughtfully without making you feel defensive or misunderstood. For instance, if she sees that you are stressed or exhausted, she may give you space, offer support in quiet ways, or adjust her expectations to make things easier for you. She understands that respecting your boundaries is not about restriction or avoidance. It is about creating a safe space where you feel free to be yourself fully. By acknowledging and adapting to your limits, she demonstrates maturity, empathy, and emotional intelligence, all of which are foundational to a meaningful connection. Boundaries are also closely tied to trust, and respecting them reinforces the trust between you. When a woman honors your limits without complaint or resentment, it signals that she trusts your judgment and respects your right to define your own experiences. This kind of respect fosters emotional security and deepens intimacy because it shows that she values your comfort and autonomy as much as she values the closeness between you. In contrast, ignoring, dismissing, or repeatedly challenging boundaries often erodes trust and creates tension, making it clear that the person does not truly value your perspective or well-being. Additionally, respecting boundaries is a reflection of self-awareness. A woman who values you understands her own limits and needs as well, and this awareness allows her to engage in a relationship with balance and clarity. She communicates openly, negotiates differences respectfully, and ensures that both partners' needs are acknowledged and met. This balance between honoring your boundaries and maintaining her own demonstrates a high level of emotional maturity and creates a relationship where mutual respect is the standard rather than the exception. It is important to note that respecting boundaries is not a one-time effort. It is an ongoing practice. A woman who truly values you consistently observes, adjusts, and responds to your evolving needs. She does not take your openness for granted or assume that what was acceptable yesterday will always be acceptable today. She continuously demonstrates consideration, patience, and understanding, which allows the relationship to grow in a healthy and sustainable way. Her actions show that she sees you as a complete individual, deserving of space, respect, and dignity, and that she values your comfort and emotional safety as much as she values the bond you share. One of the most subtle yet profound ways a woman shows that she truly values you is through gratitude and the small acts of love she consistently demonstrates. These gestures might seem insignificant at first glance, but over time they reveal the depth of her feelings, the sincerity of her intentions, and the strength of her commitment. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It is an acknowledgement of your presence, your efforts, and your contributions to her life. A woman who values you recognizes that a relationship is a shared journey, and she expresses appreciation for the ways you enrich her world, whether through emotional support, companionship, or simple acts of care. Small acts of love are the language she speaks when words are not enough. These acts can take countless forms: sending a thoughtful message during a busy day, remembering something you mentioned in passing and acting on it, preparing your favorite meal without being asked, or offering comfort when you are stressed or overwhelmed. These gestures demonstrate that she is paying attention, that she cares, and that she is willing to invest time, energy, and thought into nurturing the relationship. Unlike grand dramatic declarations, small acts of love are consistent, intentional, and often private, reflecting a level of devotion that is authentic and lasting. Over time, these little actions accumulate, creating a strong foundation of trust, affection, and emotional intimacy. Gratitude, when genuine, has the power to transform a relationship. A woman who consistently expresses appreciation makes you feel seen, valued, and respected. She does not take your efforts for granted, nor does she expect your love or attention to be unconditional without acknowledgement. Her gratitude reinforces the bond between you and communicates a subtle but powerful message. Your presence in her life matters, your actions are noticed, and your efforts are meaningful. When combined with small acts of love, this sense of appreciation creates a dynamic where both partners feel motivated to give their best, not out of obligation, but out of mutual respect and care. Moreover, gratitude and small acts of love demonstrate emotional intelligence. She is attuned to the emotional needs of the relationship and understands that love is not merely about words, promises, or occasional gestures. It is about consistently showing up in meaningful ways. Her attention to detail, her thoughtfulness, and her willingness to go the extra mile, even in ways that might seem minor, signal that she values your happiness and the health of the relationship above convenience or routine. These actions are rarely performative. They are authentic reflections of her heart and priorities. Small acts of love also communicate reliability and consistency. In moments of joy or hardship, her gestures serve as reminders that she is present, that she cares, and that her love is not fleeting or conditional. They build a sense of security, showing that she is invested not only in the good times, but also in the quiet, ordinary moments that define everyday life. Over time, these seemingly small actions and expressions of gratitude become the backbone of a strong, resilient relationship, fostering a connection where both people feel cherished and emotionally supported. Finally, the beauty of gratitude and small acts of love is that they are both tangible and intimate. They create a personal language between partners that cannot easily be replicated or replaced. Each gesture, each moment of appreciation reinforces the truth that you are valued, respected, and loved in ways that are genuine and enduring. These signs, though subtle, are unmistakable to anyone willing to observe and appreciate the depth of care being offered. One of the most unmistakable signs that a woman truly values you is her unwavering presence through both the highs and lows of life. Love and care are easy to show when everything is going well, when laughter fills the room, when life feels light, and when victories are being celebrated. But true value is revealed in the moments that challenge us, test our patience, and push us to our limits. A woman who genuinely values you does not vanish during difficult times, nor does she only appear for the joyous moments. She shows up consistently, offering support, empathy, and strength, even when circumstances are complicated, inconvenient, or emotionally taxing. Her presence becomes a steadying force, a constant reminder that you are not alone and that someone genuinely cares about your well-being and your journey. Being consistently present requires emotional resilience and selflessness. It is about prioritizing the relationship and your needs, sometimes over her own comfort or preferences. For instance, when life throws challenges your way, whether it's a career setback, family issue, personal struggle, or emotional turmoil, she does not judge, criticize, or retreat. Instead, she listens attentively, offers practical or emotional support, and provides a shoulder to lean on without expecting recognition or reward. Her presence in these moments communicates a profound message. She values you not just for the moments when life is easy, but for your true self, even when circumstances are messy or uncomfortable. This consistency is one of the most telling indicators of genuine care because it cannot be faked. Only someone whose feelings are sincere will remain steadfast when challenges arise. Consistent presence is also about celebrating your achievements and victories, no matter how big or small. She shares your excitement, genuinely rejoices in your accomplishments, and amplifies your sense of fulfillment by being emotionally invested in your successes. This balance, being there for both triumphs and struggles, creates a relationship where trust, loyalty, and intimacy thrive. You begin to feel secure, knowing that her care does not waver with changing circumstances or shifting emotions. You feel a sense of certainty that no matter what life brings, she will remain by your side, navigating the journey together rather than letting obstacles or discomfort create distance. Another critical aspect of consistent presence is reliability. It is not merely about showing up physically, it is about being emotionally available and mentally engaged. She remembers your struggles, checks in on your progress, and offers reassurance even when you don't ask for it. She is aware of the ebb and flow of your moods and adapts her support accordingly, offering comfort, guidance, or space as needed. This level of attentiveness communicates that your life and emotional well-being are priorities for her, and that she is committed to being a stabilizing presence in both the ordinary and extraordinary moments of your journey. Being consistently present also nurtures resilience in the relationship itself. Life is unpredictable and challenges are inevitable. A woman who values you does not let temporary difficulties erode the bond you share. Instead, she faces adversity alongside you, creating a partnership built on mutual trust, empathy, and understanding. Her steady presence becomes a source of motivation and reassurance, showing that the relationship is not conditional on convenience or ease, but is grounded in authentic care and respect. Over time, this presence builds a foundation of emotional security, allowing both partners to grow individually and together without fear of abandonment, judgment, or neglect. Ultimately, consistent presence in both good and bad times is the most tangible expression of true value. It shows that her care is not situational or superficial, but is rooted in commitment, loyalty, and a genuine desire to nurture the relationship through all of life's circumstances. This presence provides not only comfort, but also confidence, as it assures you that someone sees your worth, cherishes your existence, and is willing to walk beside you through every challenge, every victory, and every ordinary moment that shapes your life.